Hi beautiful people, thank you for tuning in. My name is Lucy and today we are going to have a sneak peek into Huw Richards' book Grow Food for Free. And if you don't know who Huw Richards is, check YouTube and check his channel. It's massive. You will need to book a holiday to go through all his videos. He is been there for ages and he is really good guy to watch and get some ideas from, so definitely go for it. If you'd like to support small channel like mine, please watch till the end, hit the like button, don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends and family. Thank you so much. Let's have a look together. The power of barter. Barter is actually swapping one useful thing for another. So you can collect garden waste or compost from your neighbors and you can bring them your harvest. So he is actually describing the power of bartering and they are really good useful tips. Utilize your space, make the most of your patio, terrace or balcony, and you can see how you can grow things there. If you don't have your own garden, can you use somebody else's garden? Here are some tips about tools to share or borrow, so you don't have to own all of your tools because you will rarely use them. So why don't you ask neighbors or somebody else, and you can keep swapping as long as you are happy to pay for any damage. It should work very well. Water is really important, so here are some useful tips how to establish a water supply and how can you reuse old stuff. Tips on how to work with your climate. It's a bit difficult in England, I know, but just work with the weather, not against it. Some tips here how to create your own containers, whether it's reusing glue rolls or egg boxes, some tins, or guttering, which is really famous for planting peas in. Here are some raised beds ideas. When you build your raised bed, here are some tips what you should actually fill in with. And here is slow and quick method. Here are tips how you can make your own tools, what you can reuse, how to make your own watering devices. I really love this idea. You put two buckets together and this one, it's really helpful. I think I'm gonna build this one myself. He is a real advocate on how to use your homemade compost, and I love my homemade compost too. Loads of tips on compost bins, what they can look like, how you can build your own, and compost bin recipe. If you don't know how to make your own compost, so here is described so what goes into the green and into the brown sections and how this should be layered. So let's make some cooking. Tips on how to source your free compost material, because compost bin is such a hungry beast. How to make your own liquid and comfrey feed. So this is the smelly method with water. I've done this one before. It's wonderful, but it smells like hell, I'm not gonna lie. And let's have a look. This one you actually do without water and you dilute it afterwards. So I think I'm gonna try this one this year. Annual and perennials section. And what can you actually plant from your kitchen cupboard? I was really excited to find out about chickpea. So I am growing microgreens in my garden and maybe I will let it grow to have my chickpea harvest. However, you need to plant plenty of them to have like a reasonable harvest. But I think I will grow it just for the fun of it. Let's see. Here is tip how you can check whether your seeds will sprout. If you've got some stuff in the cupboard for a long time, so you can check how many of them will give you actually crop, and you can make up the percentage. And here I will try ginger. I am excited about to try ginger shoots. The leaves are also edible. They can be quite tough, so I think I will try them like in the soup or make a tea from them. They should be much milder than the actual root, so I'm really excited about this one. Tips on swapping seeds and making contacts, so it's really useful. I think if you are a gardener, you are always excited to plant something new. Plant swaps, so you can swap plants, and some tips from Huw's which plants to grow, how much time you need to plant them in advance before the plant swap, so really useful ideas. Tips on how to grow perennials and how to look after them. Section on how to grow herbs and really nice pictures. This year I am growing lovage, so I can't wait to taste my lovage leaves. Tips on how to grow perennials and how to propagate them. Nice lovely pictures. How to grow annuals. Useful tips on how to sow. Important part, how to water and when, and this is a homemade watering can. I love it. How to transplant your babies, how to harvest and store. Look at this nice crop, wow. How to save your seeds. If you are a freak like me, I believe you've got seeds everywhere. I definitely do. And here it is. This is what a chickpea look like when you grow it. And these are the little pods. I'm really excited to see this. And each chickpea pod contains 2 peas on average, so you need to grow a reasonable number of plants to get a good harvest. Exciting tubers. I never seen this one before, and I am really excited about this one. This is Chinese artichokes, and they just look amazing. I'm really excited to plant something new, but I don't think I can take it on this year, so perhaps next year. And this remain secret, right? I adopted the page, so keep it to yourself. Thanks a lot. And here is a big section on how to grow various vegetables. It's really nice and colorful. Useful tips. How to grow everything. Slugs and snails. Favorite topic of every single gardener. And who are the common pests? What common diseases look like? The importance of crop rotation and easy free plan to follow. And then we've got tips what to sell, how to set up seed swaps. And at the far back we've got Huw's journal. It's his 1 year growing food for free, and it's really interesting. It goes like month by month. Overall, this book is fantastic. It's really nicely layered, wonderful pictures, useful tips, whether you are a beginner or you want to get some useful tips. For me personally, it made me to grow chickpea microgreens, and I think I will grow few to have a little harvest. I really want to know what it looks like. And this is so easy. I just had them in my kitchen cupboard. So woohoo! And another thing, I'm gonna grow ginger from the root as well. I haven't tried this one before, so wish me luck. And I can't wait for the little microgreens. So I'm gonna try them in my tea and in my soup. And next year, perhaps, I will try the Chinese artichokes. And next one, I'm gonna make a comfrey diluted solution. So I'm gonna make it without adding water. Just make a high concentration, and then I add water afterwards, so it's not gonna be so smelly. Another helpful tip for me. So let me know in the comments below, are you gonna read this? Have you read it? Do you know Huw? Do you watch him? I definitely will watch him because he's got such a great ideas, and also he follows many exciting and amazing people. So get some tips from him, and let me know what you're gonna grow this year. Are you gonna make your own water bath, or what did you get from this book? I'm really excited to hear that. If you find this video useful, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Please share with your friends and family. Spread some love. And that's all from me. From my heart to your heart. Bye until next time.